Good morning, guys. This is your Sir DRV again, and welcome back to my Mythic Heroes channel. And this time, we will be doing another review. And a lot of you is actually requesting for me to review Anubis. So I have here one of my other accounts, my free-to-play account. I have a lot of account testing out heroes that is not the meta. So let's go and check our Anubis. So as you can see, guys, building my Anubis, and I'm specifically targeting him on summons for this account, just to give you guys a good review for Anubis. So let's start. I have him plus 19 and I need one more to make him plus 20. Alright, so let's go. Let's start checking his skills. So according here, his ultimate, Anubis grows larger, increasing his max health by 50% and increasing his mummy's attack speed by 100% for 8 seconds. And additionally, at level 2, recovers 60% of his max health. And at level 3, resets cooldown of Mummy Commander instantly. So Mummy Commander is this one. He summons summons mummies. At number 4, it lasts for 10 seconds. So the good thing here about his ultimate, when he grows larger, he becomes super tanky. He get a lot of health, and he gives attack speed to his mummies. So what are the benefits of getting more attack speed to his mummies? We will check that out. So underworld balance. At the beginning of the battle, Anubis reduced the crit chance of the backline enemies by 20% for 15 seconds. So actually, this is one of his good active skills, because as you move further in campaigns, a lot of I'm sorry for that, dog. Okay, so we're at the underworld balance. So at the beginning of the battle, Anubis reduced the crit chance of the backline enemies by 20% for 15 seconds. So as I mentioned earlier, when you move further in the campaign, if you came across something like Artemis, Medusa, or those range enemies that do a lot of crit damage, then this specific active skills of Anubis is pretty good. And as you can see, at level 2, it additionally reduces the crit damage of backline enemies by 30% and increase the duration of 20 seconds. At level 3, reduces the crit chance of backline enemies by 30%. So not only is reducing the chance, is also reducing the damage. So at max level, reduces the crit damage of backline enemies by 40%. So it is actually comparable to one of the weapon upgrades of Athena. So Anubis is actually usable, or one of the good tanks in the game. So a lot of us is actually not picking Anubis, thinking that he's not that good, but seeing this active skills, well, this Anubis is really pretty underrated. So let's check the Mummy Commander, the third skill. So Anubis summons mummies behind 2 random targets. The mummies have 100% of Anubis attributes, but only 30% of his health. There can be a maximum of 4 mummies on the field at once. So at the start of the battle, Anubis actually summons a mummy already, and that mummy, when attacking enemy, is actually giving Anubis health. So his mommy is life stealing for him. So at level 2, additionally, every 5 times a mommy uses an auto attack, Anubis recovers 0.5% of his maximum health. At level 3, every time the mommy attacks, the enemy's crit chance is reduced by 1%. This effect can be stacked 10 times. So not only getting HP back, he's removing the crit chance as well. So yeah, pretty good for damagers in campaigns and even in PvP, I think. At level 4, every 5 times the mommy attacks, the enemy is stunned for 1 second. Wow, it's also stunning enemies, but that is at level 4, so most probably at level 260 base level or 280. So this specific active skills is will get benefits from the Abyss domination, his ultimate, because he's increasing the attack speed of the mummies, and additionally he removes the cooldown of the mummy commander and instantly summoning 2 again, so there can be 4 mummies at a time. And the last one, the mummy guardian, the passive, for every 1 mummies on the field, the damage taken by Anubis is reduced by 9%. So if Anubis have 4 mummies on the field, that means Anubis will get pretty tanky. So he grows larger, he increases maximum health, and then he got a lot of mummies, then he becomes unkillable as long as you have a healer in the field. So at level 3, for every mummy on the field, the damage taken by Anubis is reduced by 10%. And for level 200, for level 4, it reduces all ally heroes damage taken by 3.5% beside Anubis. So another I think buff for all the teammates. So yeah, overall this Anubis is making your team pretty tanky. So this Anubis is pretty underrated, and I think he is one of the great tanks on the game, and that's the reason why I'm building him on this specific account. So let's check his weapon. So I reviewed his weapon earlier, and I can say that his weapon is actually built towards making Anubis more tankier. So at 100, Anubis recovers 5% of health each time one of his mummies dies. So there can be 4 mummies, right? So at 100, 5% times 4, it's 20%. So 20% health back recovered. So at 200, Anubis recovers 10% of health each time one of his mummies dies. And that means if there's 4 and all of them died, Anubis gets back at 40%. At 300, this is getting pretty ridiculous. Anubis recovers 15% of health each time one of his mummies dies. So if 4 of them died, it's 60%, staggering amount. More than 50% or half of his life will be recovered. At 400, so this is pretty good. Anubis gains 10 energy each time when one of his mummies died. So an additional, let's say 4 mummies at a time, so 40 energy if all of them died. So if the mummies died and he release the ultimate again, there will be another mummies, so it will be an infinite cycles of mummies, because he's recovering energy. If you combine if you combine Anubis with Idun, then definitely there will be mummies everywhere, or you will see mummy every time on the field. All right, so that's how good his weapon is. So let's check the equipment. So right now, since Anubis is actually pretty tanky, I equip him with the Scarab badge. So the Scarab badge what it does is actually wearers recover 35% of max health after it drops below 30% for the first time. So since Anubis is pretty tanky, when his health drops below 30%, he will recover 35%, which will make him more tanky again. And just a quick note, guys, Scarab badge gives a lot of health, attack, and defense, so it's pretty spread out. So this is a good artifact for Anubis. So for rune, I think the Earth rune is the best for him, because as you can see, we actually don't need the light rune which recovers HP, because Anubis already have the means to recover by using his mummies. So we just need to have a rune that decreases damage taken or reduces the damage taken. So Earth rune is the best for him. Okay, so Scarab badge and Earth rune. So you can also use, if you don't have a good Scarab badge, you can also use the Aegis shield. It blocks the damage 19% of the time. So alright, so that's his equipment and rune. How about his divinity? So I worked with his divinity earlier, and I think the best divinity, if you're pretty play and you don't have the means to maximize the divinity yet, then I suggest you make him at least level 10, so that you can get this great divinity skills. As you can remember, this specific divinity skills is available for Athena as well at level 7. The only difference is this one is attainable at level 7 for Athena, but for Anubis it's level 10. Okay, so that's the difference, but definitely this is a great divinity skill, so get this as soon as possible at level 10. All right, and next one, this one, reduce hit energy restoration by 35% for nearby enemies. So your enemy won't be able to ultimate much faster because of this one. Okay, so a good divinity skill as well is this one, healing received cannot be reduced. So sometimes there's an enemy that reduces healing, and if you need this skill, then you can just equip it. But for my recommendation, just use this broken mirror and resonance. All right. So in order for you to equip this two, you need to unlock these two divinity energy nodes. So you need to reach level 7 on each side, and then get to level 10 so you can get this one. All right, so that's it for endgame. You can use this one. After using an active skill, increase the dodge by 50% for 2 seconds. And then, yeah, I think this one, new moon, and the combination of this and this. So broken mirror, resonance, and new moon. So that's for his divinity skills. All right, so let me just showcase Anubis. Let's go and do some campaign with him. Let's see. So my Anubis is under leveled right now, so I'm not sure if he can survive. I decreased the speed to times 2 so you can see what happened. So you see, Anubis recovered 35% because of his equipment. Oh, he died, but that is good. If he dies, there will be a stun effect for 2 seconds. I'm not sure if you've seen it, or 3 seconds. That's for his divinity skills, and that is actually enough for me to finish the battle and to finish by my main carry as Susano and GM. So let's try it again. This time let's slow it down to 1% or times 1 speed. So focus on Anubis, guys. So just take note, guys, he's pretty under level right now, and he's actually surviving the battle. Look at those mummies. Each one of them dies, he recovered, so he's pretty tanky. Combine him with Idun and you're all good to go. Alright, you see that? I easily won that stage. So let's do it again. Let's see. Okay. Go, Anubis. I'm rooting for you. Look at his health. You see those stuns? All of them are stunned. That's for 3 seconds. So that is enough time for your team to finish the battle. And gain enough energy to do ultimate for your main carries. So let's see if we can reach the boss, guys, just to see how Anubis carry me into the game. So earlier, I'm not actually using Anubis on this account, but I wasn't able to move forward. But when I build Anubis, I was able to move further into my stages on this account. So that's how good Anubis is. Okay, I might need to change the location of Susano in front of this one. Let's go. So right now, since my Anubis is still pretty under leveled, he wasn't actually able to tank more, and that is because that stage the power gap is really large. But I believe once I hit him to 200 plus, that will start making my team super tanky. Alright, so that's it for my Anubis review. Hope you've learned something new about Anubis, and I hope someone will love him, use him. He's pretty underrated. I'm actually seeing a small amount of people uses Anubis, but on this account I love Anubis, and I will build him in the future more, and we'll do another review once I hit him to Infinity or Celestial. Alright, so leave a comment below if you have questions, comments, suggestions, and also don't forget to like the video and subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet. And thank you very much for supporting me. It means a lot to me. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will definitely give something back to the community. And thank you very much, guys. See you soon on my next video. Goodbye for now.